When you look at the skies in today's day and age, you might see the many airplanes that millions of people use every day. Needless to say, planes have changed the world when it comes to moving things. One of the many historical events that would solidify air travel in the United States would be woman's first major attempt at circumnavigating the globe. This woman is known as Amelia Earhart. Amelia would be born on July 24, 1897 in Atchison, Kansas. Even in Amelia's younger years, she was already showing her wish for adventure and her independent nature. Earhart entered the premiered program at Columbia University in New York City, but left in 1920 after her parents insisted that she lived with them in California. There, she went on her first airplane ride in 1920. This experience would prompt her to take flying lessons. In the mid-1920s, Earhart would move to Massachusetts, where she became a social worker at the Dennison House, a settlement home for immigrants in Boston. When Amelia was able to fly, many promoters would want a woman that was able to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. Fortunately, the young female pilot would be selected for this role. Some would say that Amelia Earhart was selected due to her resemblance to Charles Lindbergh, who was the man that flown across the Atlantic Ocean non-stop just the year before. The moment she finished her flight, Earhart became a national celebrity. She wrote about her flight in her book 20 Hours and 40 Minutes and undertook a lecture to tour across the United States. Much of the publicity was handled by George Palmer Putnam, who helped organize the historic flight. Eventually, the couple would marry in 1931, but Earhart would continue her career under her maiden name. Although Amelia wouldn't stop at crossing the Atlantic Ocean, she would embark on a second major journey to help make her way across the Atlantic Ocean alone. She would complete this milestone on May 21, 1932. Her flight would take 14 hours and 56 minutes. With Earhart's major accomplishments, she became a major inspiration for women around the world, often rejecting social norms. In 1929, she helped found an organization of female pilots that later became known as the 99s. Here's the thing with celebrities. Many are well known for doing something incredible and becoming a major influence on a certain topic. When it came to aviation, Amelia was well known for being one of the best. Amelia and her navigator, Fred Noonan, would travel the world. After many long and grueling flights, the pair would make their last stop in Lae, New Guinea. At this point, Mr. Noonan and Mrs. Earhart had already traveled 22,000 miles, but nevertheless, the two would take off July 2, 1932. The trip to Howland Island would be around 26,000 miles. To help with navigation, two brightly lit U.S. ships were stationed to the marked route. The last transmissions received by the Itasca would be, "We are on the line 157337, flying north and south." These would be the last words ever heard from Amelia Earhart. When the plane was not seen touching down, a search would begin, and this case would be one of the biggest unsolved mysteries to this day. Some would say the plane crashed in the water. Others would say that the World War II-era Japanese government had captured the pair. We may never know what actually happened, but we do know that the pair would forever go missing.